You can buy Lada now?
Lada still the boat?
Of course, one man at Portland have one Lada. Wow.
So you either focus on me or if you want to talk directly to
the... want to look for you.
Right. Sedan or SUV?
So...
Play a game?
So put it down.
During the podcast?
Yeah, that's why I put on my phone, yeah.
So scary.
Me easily distracted, you know.
Are we recording? We are? Put that, don't put that in.
We're here to talk about.
Alright everyone, welcome to another episode of the C21 Jamaica podcast. As per usual, we have a special guest with us today. And today we have one of our very own, Tiffany Dunkley. Should I call you? Should I say the full name?
No, I don't like that.
Okay,
just
so
Tiffany.
just Tiffany.
Yeah, don't
okay.
use my father name.
Dunkley. Oh my. So welcome everyone, Tiffany. Right? She wears many hats, and one of the hats that she wears is real estate agent affiliated with C21 Heave-Ho properties. Right. So welcome, Tiffany. So Tiffany, kind of tell us. So I called you up today because I wanted to discuss home hacks, some different tips and tricks that you can use to maximize the space at home and to, while doing it, add value to the property. Right. So give me a general view. Does those things work?
Of course, absolutely, they work. I think why it's important to talk about home hacks is because you have a lot of buyers who are buying their first property, which isn't necessarily their lifelong home, and you have renters and it's not their property. So they're looking at ways that they can fix up the space to make it theirs. So these are tips and tricks that are very important to those particular persons.
All right. With that said, let's get into it. What is your top space saving hack for especially persons with small homes?
My top space saving hack is if it does not serve you, get rid of it.
Oh, jeez. I like it. Yeah. You know why I like it? Well, not now, but especially growing up, it's like what parents did have this thing like at one point we're going to need this item again. You think about empty soda bottle, right? Empty cookie containers.
And you know why that is?
Right.
I think for a lot of people, it's a poverty mindset.
Oh no. Explain that further.
All right. So a lot of us, we grew up in less than ideal circumstances.
True.
And there are things that we sought after in life. So whatever it is that we got, we're trying to hold on to it to see how we can improve our lives better. Because as Jamaicans, we're very industrious people, we know how to take our hand and turn fashion.
Turn it and make fashion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? So you have the empty soda bottle. Your mother say, yeah man, that soda bottle you can put it down. When Johnny go to school, we can use it to help him with his homework. They save the covers to help Johnny count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get the little cereal box.
Yeah.
You can put it down because you can use it and make clock. You can use it for the back of the picture frame, things like those,
Yeah, man.
So you're always looking at different ways that you can utilize the things that you already have in your space. So we don't learn to let things go.
All right. But the thing is with that though, once you start going into that sphere, you start to do what they call, is it hoarding?
Definitely.
But they say that they're not hoarders. They said they are just collectors who knows how to maximize or make better the things that they have. But the question that I want to ask you is how do you decide what to keep or what to toss when you're going through that decluttering process?
All right, that's a very good question because that's something that I had to start doing recently.
Oh, yeah, decluttering?
Yeah, man. So over the past, I want to say 2 or 3 years, I realized that I was falling into the hoarding lifestyle.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's generational.
It's
right?
Our mom not watching this.
Generational. So what I started to implement in my personal life and what other people can implement in their life, if I don't use it within the year, I get rid of it.
I like that.
And then some of the things that I can't let it go. And some I say, all right, that blouse, I love that blouse here. My favorite blouse this. However, I don't wear it all year. So if I can't part with it, I keep it and I say, all right, I'm going to wear the blouse here next year. And if I don't wear it, I get rid of it.
But what about when the blouse was from your auntie, sister, friend, mother who did fight in the Russian war?
Keep the memories of the mother, auntie, sister, friend.
No, but you have sentimental attachment.
In the blouse and put it in a frame somewhere. Let go the blouse is not necessary.
Alright, I want to kind of drag this now to when you're staging a home. So as a realtor, you'll go through the process of assisting your client in staging,
Right.
especially when you're taking the photos. Now you're staging the home, and when you go there to take the photos, you see a bunch of things that you consider clutter. And you say, man, these are personalized items. We need to move these out of the picture, or we need to kind of get rid of these things. How do you communicate that to the homeowner that is so attached to these things? How do you communicate that to them?
All right. So what I try to say to them is, how do you want your home to be reflected in a public space? You know, because sometimes they don't remember that we're posting this for a lot of persons to see. If 100 people walked into your home and you have a bottle here, you have your shoes them throw down there, you have clothes on the, you know, that one little chair there with everything.
Everything.
Right. How would you feel about 100 persons walking into your house and seeing the little chair with everything on it? Right? Sometimes they don't think about it from that perspective. So when you say this to them, then they're like, oh, you know, and some persons get embarrassed about it, but it's nothing to be embarrassed about because all of us have the little chair, you know? But some things we need to keep behind closed doors. So you let them know and then you just assist them with fixing up the space so that it can be presented in a palatable manner.
And you find that people generally prefer to look at those photos with a less clutter.
Yeah, definitely.
And respond better to it. Can clutter be outside? Because a lot of time we think that clutter is just the inside of the house. Can you have clutter on the outside of the house?
Of course, because same way like how you hoard things inside the house, you hoard things outside.
Yeah.
Sometimes people even hoard old vehicles.
You read my mind because I grew up when I already put this old car. It now move, it rotten.
From your bonnet.
It no move. I'm like, so what? Right? Yeah. And the thing was, one day we can use the parts of it. I'm like, vehicle.
And the scrap metal tray did run, done and gone, dusted, and then still never sell the old car. And it's just there.
It's still there.
It's a build generational wealth.
Oh, generation.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You can buy Lada now.
Lada still the boat?
Of course, one man at Portland have one Lada.
Like original.
Yes.
So them still make that. You know what?
I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, let's not. Yeah, let's not.
Has one and it's up and running.
That is crazy. A Lada is crazy.
A Lada.
So a lot of times what I find though is that with the decluttering, you're going through a process to say that, all right, I'm trying to decorate the home, trying to add, spruce up the home a bit.
Right.
How does decluttering add to the whole decorative process?
All right. So decluttering, when you get rid of stuff, you see the possibility of the space.
Like that.
Right?
Like that.
So, for example, as I said, I go back to the little chair. You had the little chair in the corner with the clothes. You know, you fold up the clothes, you give away what's supposed to give away down a Salvation Army. You throw away what's supposed to throw away. You put away what you're keeping. The chair becomes empty, so you see the possibility of the chair. You can add a nice little throw pillow, a nice little throw blanket to tie back the color scheme of the room. You put a nice little picture frame behind it. Things like those. When the clutter was there, you don't give your mind the room to see the possibilities.
What you said just now mean a lot to me because I have one of those chairs in my bedroom. And what is on it now is a lot of blankets for the boys. It's like I went through it, I think weekend gone. It was like about 6-7 blankets in it.
And how much boys do you have? 2. So what am I doing with 6 and 7 blankets?
No, the question that I ask myself is, when last did they use any of these blankets?
Well, we just had a cold front, so who knows?
They were really cold. But yeah, I like that. So you say that with the decluttering, it is a decorative process because now you can see the possibility of the space.
Right.
I especially like this because, as I say, well, for your listings, usually you take fantastic pictures, right? Your listings are usually well illustrated. Kind of help homeowners understand the importance of this process in presenting their listings, and also your fellow realtors to understand the importance of this when they're presenting these listings.
All right. So when we're presenting listings, we need to remember that the owner is not the one who is going to live in the home. So you have to let go of the personalization of the space. It comes back to selling the possibility, right? So you're giving 10 people or 100 people the idea of how their life could fit in the space. So you want to remove some of you, right? So I for one, I don't like when I'm taking photos or doing videos and there are personal items, picture frames, certificates, those things that are in the space, right? I will personally help my clients to remove it.
Yeah. You have a political flag in the space.
Right, right.
People see it as hanging. Yeah.
You don't want to you don't want to cloud the judgment of the buyer. Right? Because a lot of us are visual people.
True.
So we need to see the space in such a way where we envision ourselves in it. So if you are selling to young professionals, perhaps, you know, everybody wants a little workspace at their home. Say you get a little desk where you probably have already, you set it up in such a way, you put a nice little book on it, you put a laptop, you put a little pen, a little paper, you get a nice little chair and things in the corner of the bedroom to show them that, hey, you can have a work-life balance. You know, the space might not be so big, but you still have a little area to work from and attract the buyers into the space.
I like that. Sounds like something that you have done.
Yeah, I have.
All right. So I like that. But the thing is, a lot of us, we are on a budget, right? The economy is of such that we're up on a budget. The money is small, the money tight. Can we do any kind of home hacks on a budget to enhance our space?
Of course, Shein sell everything.
Shein.
Shein sells everything.
Shein should maybe sponsor this episode.
They absolutely should. Shein, shameless plug.
So, give me some ideas of some budget-friendly home hacks that you can do.
All right, so some budget-friendly home hacks, right? I like to utilize dead space. And one of the dead space is under the bed. Sometimes I just alone under the bed, you know?
That is true. So how do I utilize the under the bed space?
All right, so the under the bed space. Right now in Jamaica, we have a boom of businesses that are selling like containers, nice little home decor and things like those. Buy 3 of the containers, because you know when you buy 3, when you buy 6, you get at the wholesale price.
Bulk.
Right.
Bulk price.
So you buy those, you put in the little items that you don't necessarily need to use on a daily basis, like the 6 blanket. You know, you throw the 6 blanket in the container and you store it away under the bed. Cheap and clean.
Cheap and clean.
Yeah, man. You go, you have the shoes them throw down in the doorway. You can go and you buy a nice little shoe stand. It doesn't necessarily have to be a shoe stand. It can be a bookshelf that is being sold for cheap. It can be one of those over the toilet storage.
Yeah.
Cheap, you know.
Yeah.
Buy one of those, put it in the little welcome area, put the shoes on it. It doesn't have to always be a shoe stand. Because sometimes the shoe stand is more expensive than something else. So you can repurpose the things.
That is true. Tiffany, I feel like I should have come to you a long time because the over the toilet stand there, I usually just think say just can work over the toilet. But now you open my mind to say that I can actually use this as a shoe stand. And why this is valuable to me again, I tend to have a lot of shoes outside of the front of my door and I hate it, right? I hate it. Not showing any words on anybody at home, but you know. Budget friendly. Any more ideas that you have in terms of persons like myself who are on a budget and we're trying to maximize the space?
Sure. Other things that you can do that are budget friendly, as I say, you repurpose the stuff, right? A lot of times we buy things that are in cardboard, right? If you go on Pinterest, I love Pinterest. You know Pinterest?
Yeah.
You're not so unsure.
I know it, but I don't want to say yeah and then because the last person made a comment to me that's not manly.
Pinterest isn't manly?
That's what they said to me.
Where do we gender roles for Pinterest now?
No, so now I look at Pinterest in secret. I don't let everyone know that I look at Pinterest.
There is no shame in looking at Pinterest.
I thank God. Yes, I do know Pinterest.
Look at Pinterest, right. So you go on Pinterest and you type in, what can I do with a cardboard box? Because you know you can make one shoe stand out of that. So say you can't afford it, right? There are some lovely men and ladies on Pinterest, you know, them cut up the box in such a way, you have little tape, little scissors, little glue, and you glue it up, you go down to the hardware store, you buy one can of spray paint for like, how much for spray paint now? 500,000?
Maybe like a
You buy the can of spray paint, you spray paint it one nice little gold color. When you done, nobody know.
Again, I should have come to you a long time about these ideas. These are fantastic ideas. I know you talk about, you mentioned, you alluded to it earlier about you, like as a plan to organize cluttered space. But just give me like, what is one of your go-to tricks for organizing a cluttered space?
One of my go-to tricks for organizing a cluttered space, that's really things them.
Jesus, space. Elaborate. When you said that shit, things. So
No, I'm just joking.
You said there's no trick to it.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. For me is it's two things, right? Don't put it down, put it back. And that leads into the other thing. Everything has a home.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I try to preach this to people. Everything has a what?
Everything has a home.
I don't like when you look in the camera when you say that.
Right. So you come in with your car keys, don't throw them on the dining table. Hang them by the door. That's the home.
And as you say, hang them by the door, what I see, my wife did was to buy this little, I never ever know them sell them little things. Like, yeah.
Nice and cute.
First when she buy it, I was like, why are you wasting money? But now I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, man. So guess
Every
what?
key upon it. Right now, too much key.
So you hang the key by the door as you come in. It's there as a reminder, right? So you don't bother throw it on the dining table. Cool? You know that, okay, I have pots and pans. Up here, so I for the pot them. Down here, so I for the pan them. Right? So you know when you finish washing the dishes and they're dried and you're putting them away, pots up here, pans down there. As opposed to just leaving them in the dish drainer and you don't have anywhere to put them. So you're scrambling and the kitchen looks untidy. Don't put it down, put it back in its home.
Right. So I have a home for everything.
Right.
Alright. So how do you make a small, so we're gonna take it a little outdoors now. My two come back inside. So a lot of us enjoy our outdoor spaces, right? Unfortunately, without times and things, you realize that you hardly go outside of your house, or it's just me?
No, just you.
It's just me?
Yeah.
No,
When I talk on my phone, you know, I get my steps in, I walk outside.
I shouldn't have said that then. I shouldn't have said that. Alright, so outside space. A lot of us have small outside space. We're not blessed with the acre of land.
Right.
How can we make our small outside space functional?
All right.
Do you have any tips for us?
Of course. So to make the small outside space functional, right? A lot of times, again, you go and you just see an empty space. Always comes back to start by clearing your space. Right? So when you clear the space, you can see the possibility. You can get some stone. You probably did build the house and you don't build the house and you have some stone through one side. Spread out the stone so you have a nice little seating area. It don't have to be no fancy chair. You can buy 2 plastic chairs from the Chinaman wholesale and put it down out there so you have a nice little sitting space. Now you have somewhere that is welcoming. So when you come home, you say, yeah man, I can sit here and breeze out. Then you look and you say, oh, out here, so could I use a little plant? You pass on the roadside every day and you see Miss Nancy have a nice little plant. You broke piece, you come home, you stick it in a pot, it starts to grow.
Before you say you broke piece, well, ask Miss Nancy, right?
Of course.
Okay, good. Good, thanks. I don't want Miss Nancy being up herself.
Of course, you have Miss Nancy and brethren, you know.
Right.
You see that same buckle there? You see the buckle where you not throw away? You cut it off and I go plant the plant.
Jesus. So now we're not only a recycle, but we are recycle. And so no, we're saving the environment.
No, hold on, no. You know what the fancy term is? It's no longer recycling, no man. It's upcycling.
Repeat for me.
It's upcycling.
Is this a Gen Z thing? Like this is one of the terms. I know you're not a Gen Z, but I'm wondering if this is one of the terms that they come up with.
It's one of the catchphrases now.
Oh,
you know,
so
recycling is not fun. We're upcycling.
Oh, we're upcycling. All right. You guys hear it.
Right.
Well, don't know if it's first, but you hear it here.
Right.
So we're upcycling.
Correct.
All right. Tell me more. Let's upcycle some more.
So, you know, you put up the plant, you put the plant now and you come and you sit down and you say, boy, what else could I use in that space here? And you say, you know, the other day when me I pass, I saw them selling some faux grass for $500. You know, I can probably put up the faux grass here. So because, you know, you like to take 2 little Instagram pictures and the natural lights always come in handy. So, you know, you get into faux grass now when you tack it up and when you take your little selfie, you say, yeah, girl. You know?
So you make your backyard space Instagram friendly. That is crazy.
You have to keep up with the time.
That is crazy.
Everybody needs a photo.
Snap.
Right. Everybody needs that photo moment. And then twos, you start invite over your friends and you say, boy, you know, so I set up a little space in the backyard and come back with drink to beer, you know? And then all of a sudden it just start feeling cozy and it feels like home and you have a nice entertainment space.
Yeah, I like that because nothing that you mentioned just now sounds like it doesn't, the price, it doesn't sound like it has an exorbitant price. No. So I like that. It sounds very simple, very practical. And it sounds like things that we can work on over time.
Right.
I also think, sometimes I think that's the pressure we'll put ourselves under to like try to get the dream space in one go.
That's correct.
But based on what you're saying, is like it's a thing that is a process over time. Because as you continue, you enjoy the space, you realize how you can.
Right.
What do you call it?
Upcycling.
You can
know,
utilize
that
upcycling.
You can upcycle for the yard. It just came to my mind. You know the pallets, the shipping pallets.
Yes. Yes. Tell me.
People even make beds from them, you know.
Tell me more.
Yeah, man. So for me, for one, years ago when I was just making my fence, I used pallets.
Oh.
Yeah, man. So you know, at the bottom we use I don't remember what material we had at the bottom, but then at the top for the wooden part of it, for make one, you know, you grow up and everybody want them white picket fence.
Yeah.
Well, mine was the white pallet fence.
That's
right.
Yo, you get that? The white pallet fence. Listen, Tiffany's changing the game, you know, guys.
I am.
hope you're realizing what is happening. Tiff is changing the game. The white pallet fence.
You have people who actually sell the pallets, or you can go down to the wharf as well because they sell them down there. And you buy your pallets, you can make the nicest outdoor furniture with it. You know, you stack them up. Sometimes you don't even have to do anything. You stack up the pallets in a nice little way, and that is a little table there. You put on 2 more here, so to make some seats until you can do something more with it. Some people even make beds from the pallets, you know.
Yeah. That's crazy. Like thinking about it now, I need a bed. But let's get back to
You can't work on pallet bed.
Let's get back to the questions. Viewers, you know, forgive her. Let's get back to the question. So, what's the one home hack that you can't live without?
Turning off my lights.
Explain.
A lot of people don't think about a home hack as being energy efficient.
Oh,
right? So you come home and the house bright like daylight. You're not in the kitchen, but the kitchen light's on. You're not in the passage, but the passage light's on. You're not in the bathroom light's on. Walk and turn off all your lights. And another thing that you can do is everybody is now in them, Alexa, turn off lights. Alexa, do this, right? So you know you can buy those little smart LED bulbs and you have them connected throughout the home. They're not very expensive because remember we're keeping it cute and budget friendly. Right.
So where we can get these like on Amazon or something?
Yeah, man, you can get them on Amazon, and there are persons who sell them out here. Again, you have some small vendors who sell things on Amazon on Instagram from time to time.
And they link back to Alexa?
Yeah, man, they link back to the Alexa, and you can tell Alexa to change the color of the light bulb.
What?
Yes. So if you're like me and you lay down and you don't want to come out of the bed, and you know, say, JPS, I'm going to send the bill next month.
Yeah.
You and Alexa go together real bad.
Okay.
She got you.
Alexa.
Yeah.
All right. I never know about the bulbs. So I'm going to, maybe off here you can give me some more details.
Man, and it's not just the bulbs, you know. Another hack, keeping with energy efficiency, change the oil fridge.
Repeat it.
The oil fridge. Guess the fridge where your mother-in-law did here?
Where run at the back hot. You remember the fridge?
Yeah.
Run at the back hot. You wash your school clothes and you hang it round on the back of them fridge. And then them have a time, you know, when them over cold. So when the rain fall, all down at the bottom of the fridge are freeze. Right? And them have a time when them start shock. But sorry.
So fridge shock you.
Listen, I have gone through some things with some fridge, Tiffany.
Trauma, yeah, man.
Tiffany, I've gone through some things with some fridge. If my father was here, he could tell you. But continue.
Yeah, man. So, and the reason why I'm saying that, you know, people are saying, oh, but you know, they're talking about saving money and home hacks. Changing the fridge will save you money.
Because Energy efficiency.
Yes. So what they're doing now, with the new appliances, and you will see the sticker on them. So it says energy efficient or energy saving.
Right.
So it burns a lot less energy than the older appliances. So you can save a little money, throw a little partner here and there, because Jamaicans believe in partner.
No man, partner does everything.
Right?
It
Everything.
does everything.
Yeah, and we always say it's too fancy. Throw a little partner.
Partner.
Right.
Yeah, it does everything.
Change out the fridge, change out the stove, because you have them fancy stove there where you plug in, and if you live in the apartment, you can't use the gas stove.
Electric.
So you save and you change out the appliances, and you'll be surprised how the bill comes down over time.
That is true.
Speaking from experience.
That is true.
Put it off for the old fridge.
That is true. You get rid of the old fridge.
Dash for the old fridge.
You put it somewhere where them can't find it for use it in the roadblock.
Not put it.
That's another thing too.
No. So you know that there's garbage disposal at a particular time. They come around with the dump truck at a particular time of the year and collect the old appliances and stuff. Yeah, so it was disposed of properly.
Okay, thank you. I like that you made that point, because where do they find these fridge for these roadblocks?
Fridges, tires, trees. Yeah, I wonder if them find
and we're talking about within minutes, Like not even hour, within minutes. But let's get back to it.
It goes back to the hoarding.
The hoarding. So somebody was hoarding these things in their yard.
Hoarding at the yard.
And just take off.
Yeah.
So another reason why we want to declutter to prevent the blockage of roads.
Right.
In the event. People stop there?
No, we don't seek justice anymore.
Oh, what would you know? What would you know?
We go on Twitter and Instagram and say, Andrew.
All right, home hacks. So, so how do you repurpose items for home decor? I know you made some notes before, but how can you actually? Cause I think a part of it is seeing the vision of the things, right? So how can you see the vision of the things and actually use certain things that we wouldn't normally consider for home decor?
I love to drink wine.
Okay.
Right, and you see those wine bottles? They make excellent vases.
Shut your face. I should have said that on the camera. Right? Not like you. Like I'm just saying. I'm shocked. I'm Godsmacked right now.
Vases. So what?
I have never thought of that.
You wash them out. Sometimes you can get a little blow dryer and peel off the labels, or you can stick it in the freezer. And when it becomes cold, the label easy to come off.
I have never.
Right. So, and you repurpose it and make it into your vase. And if you're like me, again, I love a good spray paint. Right? So you go and you spray paint it and it matches the decor of the room.
What's the spray paint?
Spray paint.
What's the color?
Gold.
Of course, always.
Right. You get your little spray paint and it matches the decor of the room and you put it on your dresser. And Valentine's Day just gone and the man did buy it to like a flower.
Yeah, could I put that in there? Okay. You got flowers at home?
Me?
Yeah.
No, flowers can't eat.
Okay.
More food.
So what? I thought that was a thing.
No, and I don't like chocolate either. But if I carry one nice plate of food.
Like, what is the food? What is the Valentine's food?
Anything, Could have some rice and peas and chicken. I could have get some sushi, some Indian food.
I think that's what you really meant to say first. Sushi and Indian food.
No, man, because it depends on the day. Suppose me did well hungry.
Rice and peas and chicken would
rice and peas and chicken.
So sushi have to eat on belly full.
Yeah, man.
When belly almost full.
Hungry food.
Oh, sushi, yeah.
Right.
75% full. Eat the sushi.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, cool. Let's say you have like a laundry room, right? I think the question that I want to ask is, how can we multi-utilize spaces so that we can have more space for other things? Like, you have any ideas of like...
Put the pot them in the oven?
Oh.
There's a lot of people do that.
That's what we do.
You put the pots in the oven?
I think I have. I don't have pots in there. I have some baking tins in there. Yeah, the baking tins are in the oven.
They taught me that. I didn't know.
So people put the pots in the oven?
Yeah. I think it's such a good idea.
Yeah. You put the pots in the oven. The laundry room is used for...
You put things there, you keep clothes in the washer?
No. You know what I do with the washer though, what I find is that when water go away, you full up the washing machine with the water.
Full up the washing machine
But-
and bathtub if you have one.
Yeah, but you know when you buy some bulk items, right? So you buy like a whole heap of bottled water, or you buy a whole heap of toilet, tissue or hand towels. The laundry
Oh
room.
yeah, I do that.
Yeah, man, the laundry room is storage.
I buy things in bulk. So I store the soap and the tissue and the hand towel
All
and
them
those
things they get
stuff
thrown in the laundry room.
yeah man, true for true.
Yeah, man,
In
them
the
just
laundry
them
room.
just in the
True.
laundry room, right? So if you buy a bag of rice and bag of flour,
No, but I'm not going to put the rice and flour in the laundry room
no
with
man,
the soap.
no, them the different sections of the room. So what you happen is like, so alright, so for example the bag of flour now, you have like a bucket or a couple of things a couple buckets where you rest that on top of. But the soap and
So what's
everything.
in the bucket? So when you not put the rice and the flour in the bucket?
No, because them bucket there is where you did keep from a previous thing.
Yeah, but
and
you can't wash it out. So we flour take the
wa-
flour.
water in the bucket them just in case
water.
one day
Yeah,
water go
water
away.
problems.
Not necessarily.
That's another home hack,
That's not
Buying a water tank.
that's good.
Yeah, man.
That's
But
good.
guess what? Don't put the tank on top of the house.
But everybody want to do that because
No,
you know why a lot of people do that though because they say that if you don't do that then you have to get the pump.
Yeah, man.
So because of the natural gravity of it being on top of the house,
know.
you can bypass the pump and you still
But
get the
guess
water.
what, no? Cheaper is dearer in the long run, as Jamaicans would say. Because you put the tank on top of the house, right? And you are not sure of the structure and the integrity of the house. And then after a while, the house starts sinking or the tank is leaking and that wears away at the concrete and then it starts corroding the steel and the roof caving.
The tank there in the house.
So
And then you have to think about getting that decluttering your home from a tank.
Right. So it's better you either build a little structure for the tank or you put the tank in a safe space and get the pump.
And you can I literally see persons build like some little, just maybe like about 2 foot off the ground.
You can put it on the pallet.
You can put it on the pallet.
Right.
You can put it on the pallet. And then you can maybe put out some flowers around it too. In the bottle them.
Absolutely.
Everything will come together, guys. Right. Everything is coming together. All right, Tiffany, thank you for these hacks, right? Very useful tips. And we really love them. Thank you for your innovativeness. That's the word that I'm thinking about. But don't go just yet, right? I have to play a game with you. I play a game with all my guests. I shouldn't have said it like that. I play a game. It's a special game. It's called This or That. So what I'm going to put some options to you. I'm going to put 2 options to you. And you're going to choose the one that you prefer.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Kitten heels or Adidas Sambas?
It's the become I'm not, It's the way my knock me set up.
Yeah.
Kitten heels and I don't go together.
Oh, no.
So give me the Sambas.
The Sambas. All right. Throw down at home or dining out?
Both. This and that.
This and that. So you like throw down? I don't know why I never peg you for a throw down person.
I mean,
you like that little big cooking there?
I've had my moments.
Yeah?
I've had my moments.
One of the meals I'm you throw down. Curry goat?
Fried rice.
Fried rice? Like what kind? Chicken fried rice? I just plain fried.
No, anything
Once
at
a
all
fried
you
rice.
have. Anything at all you have because fried rice is the lazy meal, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's chicken. Sometimes you dig up in the freezer and you find little shrimp where you never remember in there. Sometimes
that don't happen to me. I always remember when there's shrimp.
Wow. Sometimes it happened to me the other day and I'm gonna find 2 little shrimp in at the bottom of the deep freeze.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man, you have 2 little sausage and something. So you just throw them together and you whip up a nice little fried rice.
Good to go.
Yeah, man.
Alright, cool. Sedan or SUV?
SUV.
I almost asked you what is SUV? So SUV. Okay.
As a real China, you can't drive car.
Why?
Because we go to hills and valleys.
Okay, I thought it was a status thing.
Saying that
Okay.
you can't start out with a car,
Yeah,
because
but-
we're not living above our means.
But after a while,
Ultimately, you have to upgrade to the SUV to do your business.
some 4-wheel drive thing.
Yeah, man.
Alright, cool. 90s R&B or dancehall?
Both.
Okay, go
There's
ahead.
some gospel in there too.
Our producer, a couple of the producers of the show, they did suggest gospel,
Yeah, man.
and I say, okay,
Yeah, man.
Because I know.
You know, Kirk Franklin back in the day, right?
Like
That
the
was
ni-
not in the 90s, it was the early 2000s. So coming out of the 90s,
Yeah.
man, and you know, you did have like Brooklyn Tabernacle, them kind of gospel there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You ready for this one?
No.
You must say yes.
Andre, I don't know. You know what?
Alright.
Go ahead. I'm ready.
No, me I try to build you up. Me I try to build the
I'm ready.
suspense.
Go, go, go.
Jeez, real estate or politics?
Both. You gotta ask me the question then.
What thing say?
You gotta ask me the question. You gotta ask me.
Yeah.
Knowing me, you're going to ask
That's
me
why I
that
thought.
question.
That's
You're
why
going to
I
expect
thought.
me to choose, right?
I thought you would have chose the latter, the P.
No, it's both.
Both.
I can't get politics not pay me, you know. It's just a passion.
It's just a passion. Okay. So
But
real estate.
if you don't want to pay me for politics, yeah.
Okay. So it's the paycheck and the passion.
Right.
Okay. All right. Cool. Athletics or football?
Athletics is football. We are talking about running.
Yeah, running.
Athletics.
So running.
Yeah.
All right.
Tracks.
All right. Tracks. I should have said tracks.
And the field.
Track and field
Not
or
just
football.
running, because you know that we come up in the field events these days.
Yeah, man, we're going good. We're going good. Remember one time, whenever them thing there, no, sir,
With that
field
I watched
events.
Blanca Vlasic. You know,
Yeah.
Blanca, we used to do the high jump.
No, but it sound like somebody would do high jump though.
Yeah.
I named it sound like a high
She
jump.
used to do the one name with the pole where you run and jump.
Pole
up,
vault?
right?
No,
And she used the pole vault, the one without the pole. High jump.
yes, that is high jump.
Right.
Yeah, that's high jump. High jump, you jump with and then long jump is jumping in the sand. So last question.
My nervous.
I have to carefully answer this because this can maybe alter your
It's gonna
whole.
make or break my career.
Yes, and the public perception that you have. Usain Bolt or Shelly and Fraser Price.
I'm a girl's girl, Shelly and Fraser Price.
So, but you're not even let me finish the question properly. What? So, okay.
I'm a girl's girl.
So
Shelly
Shelly
and Fraser
Fraser.
Price.
Okay.
She's an icon, a legend,
Both of them.
the GOAT.
She's the GOAT. So if you could have choose like one person overall, Jamaican track and field.
Yeah, man, Shelly and Fraser Price, and I'm by no means discrediting Usain Bolt.
No, we're not this. We're not bold.
Well,
Big up
let me
yourself. We're
tell
not
you.
this bold. But
Let
I
me
want to
tell you
hear
why
your
I
thing on
choose
this.
Shelly and Fraser
Yeah,
Price. It's her longevity in the sport.
that's the thing.
Coming back from motherhood, from pocket rocket to mommy rocket.
And the broke toe.
Yeah.
You remember the broke toe thing there? I'm sure. Yeah. The thing with Bolt though, I felt Bolt left us too early.
I don't think so. I think he gave us what we need. Well, he gave the sport what it
No,
needed.
definitely no.
And him deport, you also have to remember that he has scoliosis, you know.
I never know
So
all
you
of
have
that.
to know when to stop.
Yeah.
I think he did his best. He was at the pinnacle of the sport and he deport.
But that's the best thing though. It's better you leave with the public wanting more than for where I say him not top.
I agree.
Again, Tiff, very informative, very exciting. Right? It was a pleasure having you here for this discussion. Right? Hopefully you can come back to the show another day.
Yeah, man. I'll be back.
So thank you very much for being a part of the show today, and to the viewers, to the producers, to everybody, just big up on yourself. This has been another episode of the C21 Jamaica podcast. Peace.
I'm out.